Hello everyone, this is AmberAnkNA here. Welcome to my channel. Well, I play a variety of games and do narrations for fanfics. I'm really hoping you enjoy my content. If you do, make sure to comment below, leave a like, and subscribe with the notifications on. Right, until next time, this is AmberAnkNA. Welcome to my channel. So, hi! Hello everyone, and welcome to Shadows, a Life is Strange story, Prologue, October 29th, 2021. Oh, and I remember a thing you once told me, and I'd be damned if it did not come true. 20,000 words I went down, down, down. And they all lead me straight back home to you. Return the generous angel, Gan Parsons. Mouse felt the soft touch on her shoulder. She turned around and before her stood Chloe. Her Chloe. Chloe of her past life. Alternate reality and another time. Am I dreaming? It can't be. This has to be a dream. Mass thought to herself. Looking up at Chloe's face, she could see Chloe's eyes filled with tears and a slight smile began to form around the edge of her lips. And simply, and after all she had been through these past few years, she slightly pulled away from Chloe, not knowing what would happen, but expecting the worst. Mass felt as if the very fabric of the universe might unravel before her eyes. Her heart raced and her knees felt weak. She was very unsure of herself. Chloe? Mass said. How are you here? I told you to stay away. Do not find me. How did you find me? Chloe's smile grew and the happiness with it took away control of Chloe's body, and Mass could see that every part of Chloe's mind, body, and soul were elated to see her. So in shock that this was Chloe before her, she could barely make out Chloe's response. You still do not understand. For all the years and after all we have been through, we're Mass and Chloe. Remember? We're always together, even when we're not. Upon hearing those timeless words, Mass felt Chloe's embrace as Chloe enveloped her in her arms and simply held her. Mass remembered how warm Chloe was and how safe she felt in her arms. It had been 8 years since she had felt Chloe's touch. Anyways, it has been much longer for Chloe. Mass embraced her back and held on as if nothing else in the world mattered at this moment. And nothing did. It doesn't matter, Mass thought. Chloe is still Chloe. She is still my Chloe. She found me and is here for me even after all these years. As their embrace came to an end, Chloe slowly pulled away from Mass and looked into her eyes. Mass could tell that Chloe's emotions were as varied as hers, and they both had a million questions. Not really what to say or do, she held Chloe's gaze for what seemed like an eternity. Mass, Chloe began. I cannot believe it's you. I have worked for you now for well over a year. I have so many questions and so much I want to say. I know why you left, and I know why you think you had to leave, but please, don't ever leave me again. I am not. My life is not the same without you in it. I love you, Maxine Caulfield. I love you too, Chloe, Matt said. As if on cue, Chloe leaned in and kissed her. This was not a kiss of passion or of desire. It was not a kiss of a want or of fire. It was a kiss of love. Pure love. A love beyond words and imagination. A love so pure and so powerful that only those who are soulmates and have truly suffered at the hands of fate and destiny would understand. Max knew Chloe loved her and she loved Chloe beyond all reason and understanding. This kiss, this moment she would remember forever. As her lips parted, she heard Chloe say, "Max, let's get out of here." All she could do was nod. Chloe took her by the hand and with lays of jello, she followed Chloe out of the museum. Seeing Chloe walk down the streets of San Francisco Mission District, hand in hand and at times arm in arm, Max remembered never a faraway time when she and Chloe walked along the railroad tracks outside Cayo Bay, enjoying a day of being together. It saddened her to know that these were memories that Chloe did not have, nor would ever have, but she was thankful for them. Being with Chloe again, it was almost like that week when she and Chloe reconnected in another life, and another time. Max, our hotel has a really cool coffee shop, so how about we go? Get a good old cup of joe and chat. You need to see Weisel. There was someone else you need to meet too, Chloe said with a slight mysterious grin. You mean Maxine? Max said insistently without thinking. Immediately, she could sense Chloe's shock. How do you know about Maxine? Chloe asked, surprised. Chloe, there's a lot we have to talk about. A lot I need to tell you. Just because I was not near you does not mean I was far away, Max replied. Chloe playfully punched her on the shoulder. You stinky little brat. I know you couldn't stay away. So what all do you know? Not now, Chloe. Let's talk about how you found me, and I also seriously need some caffeine. Max responded while making a tired face. I am not cut out for these late nights anymore. Chloe laughed out loud. Try I'm here, a toddler. The struggle is real. Max laughed with her, and they continued on to the cafe. After ordering and enjoying the warming sensation from the drinks, Max and Chloe found a quiet table. At this hour of night, the cafe was virtually empty, so they easily found a private table on the corner. They both sat there in silence, simply loving the fact that they were together again. Chloe, Max began, I want to start the beginning, but first I need to ask you some questions. Sure, Max, Chloe responded. Okay, first things first. Do you understand what happened? Did you read my letter? Did Rachel talk to you and tell you the events of the past? Max asked quickly. Chloe reached out and grabbed Max's hand. Slow down, Chloe said. Yes, she explained everything. She told me all the details and I still remember it. I still cannot believe it and I do not understand, but yes, I know the basics. But if you would like to fill in the gaps, I would like to hear your version as well. Chloe reached in her pocket and produced Max's letter. Ever since you give this to Rachel and Rachel gave it to me and told me what happened, I have held on to this and kept it near. I think of it as the closest thing I have had to you in this life for the last 8 years. Chloe, that is so amazing. You held on to it for all these years. Max responded. So, my first question is, the last time we saw each other, according to your timeline, was... My dad's funeral, Chloe answered. Yep, that day, Max agreed. We were 13 and I moved to Seattle and I left you behind. I know, Max. I know you did not do it deliberately or had much choice. I am sorry I got so angry when you went away. I know now it was beyond your control. But I was 13 and I lost my best friend. It's okay. I was a bad friend. I did not contact you. I am so sorry, Max said. A long pause followed before she continued. Now, for your timeline, that is the last time we had connect. From there you met Weisel, became close, then she disappeared and returned in 2013. Sound about right? Max looked at Chloe, who seemed shocked that Max was telling her the events of her own life. Yep, that does sum it up. He disbelieved, Chloe responded. After that, Weisel graduated high school, then college. You got engaged, a plate open, you got married, and then adopted Maxine. Max responded, ratting off the events like a shopping list. Whoa, Max! That is right, but those are major events of my life. You make them sound insignificant, Chloe said, obviously a little hurt. Chloe, I didn't mean it like that. There's so much to say and so much that has to be said. I am just trying to get to the crazy part that will take you time to process. I know those events are part of you in your life, and it mean a lot to you, and they mean a lot to me too. How do you know? You weren't even there, Chloe said, slightly hurt. Actually, I was, Max replied, and that is the part I am trying to get to. What? Chloe screamed. You were there and you did not say anything? I wanted you there, and you were there but didn't say anything to me? Wow, it's like we are 13 and you left all over again. Max looked down at her coffee, trying to choose her words more carefully. It's not like that. I was not physically there. And I'm sorry, Chloe. I didn't mean it's the way it sounded. Sometimes I say things too bluntly or directly and they come out differently than I mean them. But I have been on the road for 8 years. At times, living the life of the solitary artist. I really am that psyche geek. Max, you are not making any sense, Chloe said, ignoring Max's comment. Max looked at Chloe. I know. It's hard to explain. Anyway, that brings us to tonight. Somehow, you tracked me down and found me here. I am not sure how, but here we are. I worked for you for over a year. I read books, articles, did research, followed up on leads. Chloe said, it was by chance that I found you. This city, this hotel, that gallery, it all seems so familiar. I had the worst deja vu ever when Weisel, Maxine, and I came to the city. But oddly, I have never been here before. Max sat there and stared at Chloe and slowly began to laugh. Chloe sat awkwardly by and just listened to Max laugh. Not sure what she said that was so funny. Of course! Damn it! I was so careful, but some habits or memories are hard to break. Max smiled at Chloe as she wiped away her tears of laughter. I never give you enough credit. You always were so good at figuring things out and solving puzzles. Chloe, the reason that you had deja vu is that we have been here. In my reality. In my timeline. Chloe looked confused again. Again? You're not making any sense. Max took a deep breath. Let me explain. We already talked about your timeline, and I know Weisel told you part of mine. Yes, I left the day your dad died. But I returned to Acadia Bay in Backwell County in the fall of 2013. Weasel was still missing, and you were looking for her. We were connected, but I was given a power. I could rewind time. The week was a blur and a disaster. Our lives upended, and things went to hell. Chloe, you died several times. I would rewind to save you. I also had to rewind to solve the mystery of Weasel's disappearance. Long story short, Weasel was kidnapped and ultimately murdered by Nathan Prescott, who was an apprentice of sorts to Mark Jefferson. Both were sick assholes. You understand so far? Chloe, obviously upset at what she heard, just simply nodded for Mass continue. Okay. Well, we found Weasel, but I could not save her as she was already dead at the hands of he who shall not be named. But all of my screwing with time created a monster storm. A powerful, dark, showing massive supernatural destruction that enveloped Acadia Bay. I had to choose you or Acadia Bay, and there was no way I was sacrificing you. You and I left town together and never returned to Acadia Bay. Holy shit, Chloe yelled. The picture in the gallery? I freaked when I saw it. That was not just a photograph. That was a memory. That was us. Yes, it was, Mass replied. My memory. That was us standing before the storm. I guess I am not surprised that you were drawn to it. It symbolizes everything that was effed up in my timeline. After we left for Acadia Bay, we came to San Francisco, and while here, I started having visions of your past with Weasel. I soon realized, with a little help from Sarah, I had to go back and save Weasel. Chloe sat there in silence. Mass, this is unreal and crazy as F. When we were here, in your timeline, did we stay at El Capitan Hotel? Did we visit the Covey Novo Gallery? Mass laughed. Yes, we did. You see, I made the mistake of returning to the same city, the same hotel, the same gallery, because I wanted those memories. I missed you so much that I thought by doing so, I could feel closer to you. So I chose all the ones we chose in my timeline. That is why you had deja vu, and that is how you found me. I never even thought you would know where to work. Damn, Chloe, maybe you're the real Nizza. Both girls sat there in silence, pondering the events of the day and, more importantly, their conversation. It was Chloe that broke the silence. Mass, when you traveled to this timeline and you saved Weasel, you must have known you could not get back to your timeline, right? Yeah, Mass replied. I knew I would be stuck here. Sarah told me, but I needed to save Weasel for her and for you. I also knew we could not be together. As much as it hurt, I had to leave. I couldn't be with you or near you. I couldn't be a part of your life. Tears began to stream down Chloe's cheeks and fall onto the table. You give up your life and your time and your me to save Weasel? I do not deserve that. You deserve more. I am not worthy of such a sacrifice. Mass tears flaring up her own eyes respond. Yes, you are. And so is Weasel. I did it for you both. And now for Maxine. I did it because you deserve the best life has to offer. and I would do it again. While being away from you these past 8 years was beyond painful, it made it better that I knew you were happy. I knew Waisel was happy. I knew somewhere Sarah was happy. And I could see you were happy, and that made it all the difference. Chloe began to dry her eyes and wipe her nose. What do you mean, see? Mask once again took a deep breath. After I said Waisel, I did not know what to do. And even worse, I was not sure if I still had my power or not. And really, I didn't care. I never wanted to use it again. So I decided to travel. I wanted to see the world, take pictures, and live the life of a photographer. Did you ever see the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty? Mass paused as Chloe shook her head and indicated she had never seen it. It inspired me. I wanted that life. So I decided to go to Seattle. I wanted to see Mom and Dad and let them know I was okay. From there, I traveled. Ireland, France, all over America. But through it all, I somehow developed a new power. A different power. It seemed that my power had changed. I could rewind time to saw it, but as we left for K Bay, my power began to allow me to see into your past. I could see your most connected moments with Rachel. I could see when she started the fire, the play, your first kiss. It was like I was there. Well, after I saved her and begun to travel, I was able to do it again. But it wasn't moments from the past. It was the moments from the present. I was able to see Rachel's graduation, your wedding, and I was there on opening night of the play. But I wasn't also. I could see you and Rachel, but I couldn't contact you or connect with you physically. I was on some sort of astral plane. There, but not there. A ghost, if you will. Max looked wistful as she described her memories that were also Chloe's memories. Chloe sat in stunned silence. That is a lot to take in and process, girlfriend. I know. I would not believe it myself if not for all the same shit I have seen and done in my life. But at least I was there. At least I got to see it. Chloe sat decisively. Yeah, but I missed out on 8 years of your life. I wish I could have been with you. Seeing what you saw, experiencing life with you. I regret not being with you. What if I told you there is a way for you to experience it? Max asked for a very surprised Chloe. On my travels, I missed you so much. I had this pain deep in my soul, a pain of loss, of tragedy as only the geese could write. Max pointed to her heart. Chloe noticed as if Max knitted the area above her heart as if it was an area that her pain from missing Chloe visually manifested itself. I'd read once that those that sacrifice the most, they will be known by their sufferings. I try to hide my sadness and feelings of losing you. I even asked my parents about it and how to cope. Of course, they think we have not spoken or been together since we were 13. This timeline, remember? They told me to write about it. So on my journeys and throughout these last years, every time I missed you terribly, missed you to the point I was afraid it would consume me, I missed you so much, I almost picked up the phone and called or jumped on a plane and came to you. I'll sit down and write you a letter. I never knew if you would read them or not, but I had to. I had to tell you how and what I was feeling. So I did. I wrote and wrote, and I saved them all. Mass reached down to her bag, resting on the floor next to her chair. She opened it up and received a 2-inch binder full of papers. It was a full 2 inches thick and obviously holds a lot of pages. That is a hell of a big notebook you got there, Mass, Chloe said. Mass pulled the notebook up to her chest protectively. Not a notebook. These are all letters. Letters to you. Unsent. But I might as well give them to you. They are yours as much as they are mine. I want you to read them if you would like to. Master insistently offered them to Chloe. You bet your ass I do, Chloe answered while waiting for the notebook. Hand them over! Mass handed Chloe the notebook. Chloe slowly opened the notebook like someone would open a very expensive and rare book. Directly and soaking every moment. She began to read. Hi everyone. This is Emily 2000 again. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Because, I really did enjoy making it. But, so I hope you enjoyed it. Comment, like, and subscribe with the notifications on down below. Till next time, bye!